Running the Silent Hill 2 remake on minimal settings will require a GTX 1080 and 12 GB of RAM. Announced last night, Konami's new grandiose project called Silent Hill 2, which is essentially a remake of survival horror from 2001, has not yet received a release date, but we already know the game's system requirements. So, to run Silent Hill 2 at minimum settings, you will need a far from weak video card, NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080 or AMD Radeon RX 5700. The project will also not be limited to the classic 8GB of RAM. The requirements indicate that the game will need all 12 GB of RAM. Processor requirements, respectively, are at the same level as a video card, Intel Core i5-8400 or AMD Ryzen 3 3300X. The resolution in the case of GTX 1080 will not be higher than Full HD, even with DLSS. For a comfortable game in Silent Hill 2, you will need a video card at the level of NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 or AMD Radeon 6800 XT, and preferably more powerful, since these accelerators will only allow you to play as follows. Average settings, 60 FPS in 1080p or 4K with DLSS. High settings, 30 FPS in 1080p or 4K with DLSS. It is worth noting that the recommended requirements are no longer 12 GB of RAM, but 16 GB. For a more or less full-fledged game in Silent Hill 2, one of these processors is suitable: Intel Core i7-8700K, AMD Ryzen 5 3600X. Native 4K at 60 FPS with ray tracing will probably require RTX 3080 or even RTX 3090 from the player.